In the last session, we have discussed some common properties of views which you can apply on views or layouts on adapter views. Now that is category 1. Now in this session, I am going to discuss about view groups and layouts, which is category 2. First, let me explain what is view group. View group is a predefined class of Android whose parent class is view class. Now, as the name itself suggests, view group can be used to group multiple views or multiple elements in a container. So you can imagine view group is something like a invisible container which can hold other views and other view groups. So pictorially, let me represent like this. Since I told it is invisible container, I am going to represent with dotted lines. I will explain later why I am calling this as invisible container while explaining an example in the Android Studio. Let me write the same definition here. So, programmer should use view group if he or she want to place multiple elements on a screen. For example, if a screen contains more than one UI element or more than one view, it is mandatory to use view group. Only for my explanation convenience, I am taking it as I am representing a view as a part symbol, but practically speaking, when you drag and drop a view group using Android Studio, it will look like a dotted rectangle symbol. I hope you understood. Now, just like in the real world, you can place one container in another container. For example, you can place one bottle in another bottle. Similarly, a view group can contain another view group inside that. For example, let us say this is one container, or let us say this is one view group 1, and imagine that this outer container contains one checkbox and probably a radio button and a normal button. Along with these three views, within this view group you can hold one more view group, probably which may contain one text view. Again, within this view group you can hold some more view groups. Along with this view group, within outer view group, if you want, you can hold one more view group, and so on. So basically, you have to think a view group is something like a container which can contain other view groups or other views. We know that there are many types of view groups. If you observe here, view group can be divided into two major categories. First one is layouts and the second one is adapter views. In this session, first I am going to cover layouts. Let me draw the view group hierarchy one more time, which looks like this. Now, let me write some important points related to view groups and layouts. Then I will start explaining about each layout. First point is, as I told you in the previous session, whatever I have mentioned here, everything is a predefined class. For every layout, the parent class is view group class. Second point is, programmer can use any of these layouts as a container to hold other views and to hold other layouts. Remember, just like you can hold one view group in another view group, similarly, the third point says you can hold one layout within another layout. For example, if we have a relative layout, let us say this is relative layout. Within relative layout, you can hold a linear layout and a frame layout. And again, within this frame layout, you can hold probably some table layout. But remember, having too many nested layouts means a layout within other layout is dangerous. It may go out of your control, and managing such kind of projects will be really difficult. So don't take too many nested layouts, though it is possible. Next point is, absolute layout is deprecated. So programmer is not supposed to use absolute layout. It is no more in use. Probably this can be an important interview question also. I will mark it as very important interview question. Many times interviewer will ask you what are the layouts you have worked with. So you can tell probably I have worked with linear layout, relative layout, table layout, whatever it may be. Out of all these layouts, the most frequently used layouts, either in the projects or maybe in the interviews, is linear layout. So I am going to focus more on linear layout. But anyway, I will be giving examples for each layout in the ongoing sessions. Now let me discuss about linear layout. As I told you already, it is a predefined class of Android which can be used as a container to hold other views and other layouts. Now I will tell one important naming convention. Here if you observe, this is a parent view group and whatever you are holding inside this view group is considered as child elements or child views. Even this is also a child element of the outer view group 1. Now let me write the definition of linear layout or the purpose of linear layout. Linear layout basic properties. Linear layout can hold child elements only in linear fashion. Linear fashion means straight line. When I say straight line, you can hold child elements either on the horizontal line, that is on the x-axis, or else on the vertical line, that is on the y-axis. For example, let us say I have two screen designs like this. This is first screen design where I have element 1. Element 1 means let us say some button, element 2, element 3 and so on. Now, can you tell me whether it is horizontal linear layout or vertical linear layout? So since all these elements are on the straight line and they are touching on the x-axis. Remember, if all elements are touching only x-axis, so this is an example of horizontal linear layout. So conceptually speaking, linear layout contains only two orientations, either horizontal or vertical. Some people may call it as types of linear layouts. One is horizontal linear layout and another is vertical linear layout. Vertical linear layout will look like this, where elements will be positioned on the y-axis. This is y-axis. For example, this is element 1, element 2, element 3 and so on. So this is an example of vertical linear layout. The main difference between horizontal and vertical is, in the horizontal linear layout, all the elements are positioned on the x-axis. They are placed side by side to each other. Whereas in the vertical linear layout, all the elements will be facing towards y-axis or probably touching y-axis and they will be placed one below each other. So that is vertical linear layout. This is just a theoretical terms, horizontal linear layout and vertical linear layout. Remember, though I told view group is a container which holds multiple elements, whenever programmer wants to place multiple elements on the screen, programmer should not use view group. Programmer should use one of these mentioned layouts, that is either linear layout or relative layout, so and so, based on the requirement. Now, I will tell an important problem with linear layout. By using a linear layout, you can place elements either on the horizontal linear fashion or vertical linear fashion. It is not possible to place elements in the zigzag fashion or diagonal fashion. That is not possible with linear layout. For example, if I want to design a screen like this, where this is element 1, element 2, element 3, and just below element 3, element 4, and again zigzag position, element 5, like this. This type of diagonal fashion orientation or this zigzag fashion is not possible with linear layout. So you can consider this as a drawback of linear layout. In such kind of cases, we can go for next layout, that is relative layout. Now let me show you two simple examples for horizontal linear layout and vertical linear layout. Remember, by default linear layout will come with horizontal orientation. We know that linear layout will contain a property called as orientation. If you don't give orientation property, it will take it as horizontal orientation. If you want vertical orientation, you have to manually specify orientation equal to vertical. Now let us say I have two screen designs like this, where first screen contains one button, one checkbox, one radio button, which is aligned side by side to each other. The second screen design contains a text view, an image view and edit text, which is aligned on the y-axis, that is one below each other. Now here in both the scenarios, since programmer wants multiple elements, it is mandatory that we should take a layout. Now in the both cases, all the child elements are aligned on the linear fashion. One is aligned on the x-axis in the screen one, that is side by side to each other, and other is also, it's a linear fashion which is aligned one below each other, that is on y-axis. So obviously for designing first screen we should take horizontal linear layout. For designing second screen we should take vertical linear layout. So let me show you the code how exactly it looks like. For the first screen design, the code will look like this roughly. I am taking root element as linear layout and I am ending that root element here, and within this root element we have to take three views: button, checkbox and radio button. Now do I have to specify orientation property? Not required. By default it is horizontal orientation, but still that is optional. If you want you can take it orientation equal to horizontal. Now I am typing in the notepad. Probably you can try in Android Studio also. So we have button. What is the width of first button? Width is, it is wrap content. Height is also wrap content. So I am not going to specify all those properties here. I am leaving it for you only. So this is first button, and then we have a checkbox with width wrap content, height also wrap content, and with some ID. Similarly we have radio button with width wrap content, height also wrap content, and end of radio button. That is how the code will look like. Similarly, if you open second screen design XML, that will look like this. Let me write the code here. For second screen design, again the root element should be linear layout with root element like this, where orientation is vertical, and within this root element, remember whatever you are holding here, all these three elements should be within the starting tag, in between starting tag and ending tag. You should not write outside the ending tag, or you should not write before the starting tag. So within this, first I will take a text view with width wrap content, height wrap content, and then next one is image view. As of now don't worry how to display image view. I just want one image view with width wrap content and height also wrap content with some image, and then we have one edit text with width wrap content and height also wrap content. That is how it will look like. So I hope you understood vertical linear layout and horizontal linear layout.